You guys, it's Nate, and welcome back to Film Studios, and welcome to the 200th video. I cannot believe we've already made it to the 200th video. And at the end of the decade as well, it's perfect. If you remember, in the 100th video, we ranked all of our films in different ways, like most random, funniest, best, worst, stuff like that. So, we're going to do the exact same again today. For the video rankings, we're only doing the things that are in between the 100th and the 200th. So nothing before that, it's only this fresh new 100 set of videos. And as for the films, we're doing all of our films, but you guys might see one or two new ones since the 100th video, because there's things that we've added this time that we didn't really consider as films before, but now we have, because, you know, gone to college and have a better understanding of what the word film means. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to the rankings. First of all is least favourite. Now I really struggled with least favourite because there aren't many videos on the channel within this 100 gap that I dislike. Well, there is, but that's structured to controversy. Basically, I've just chosen videos that aren't really relevant anymore, or serve no purpose anymore, or at all. So, number 5, You Can Be in Spider-Man 2. The only reason this film existed is to let people know that they can apply to be in Spider-Man 2, and people did, and people were in Spider-Man 2. But now Spider-Man 2 is over, so the video just serves no purpose at all. Just not at all. Number 4, Intense Vlogging Day 8. So this was a behind the scenes of Redemption, and it's just a bit of a. It was just a bit of a chill day. Like nothing much happened. We shot the living room morphing scene where Zach morphs for the first time. And we shot the bit where Zach leaves Heckle's lair, and then the intro sequence starts. And it just wasn't that much of an event to watch. Like there was some really cool redemption behind the scenes, in my opinion. But this was just one of the more chill. I won't say boring, but one more chill ones. Number 3, 2 weeks ago I applied for a job. This again for the same reason as Intense Vlogging. It was just not much went on. I applied for the job. That was all that happened that week. That was interesting. There wasn't that much that was said. So that's why it's number 3 on least favourite, because it was a bit of a boring vlog, really. My second least favourite is Redemption pre/post production. The video I made, just because it was an excuse to do a Redemption, another behind the scenes thing for the pre and post production. But I had the plan to make the video, and I had the plan to film loads, but I didn't film that much for the pre and post production. So it's just a bit of a bland video. And number 1, birth release date. Literally, that is just a small live stream where I said when birth was being released. Therefore, it's like the most useless video on earth now. They were my least favourites. Like I said, there are videos on the channel which I don't, but you know, I'm chill, so you know, I won't lose my patience. So on to my top 5 favourite videos. Now I genuinely had to think long and hard about this, because there are a lot of videos that I really like. So number 5, and that is Toyn Fest. Toyn Fest was a very last minute thing where I was like, hey, we can get Spider-Man make an appearance if you want that, and they were like, yes. And we filmed Morgan walking around as Spider-Man, and we thought we'd get a few kids interacting, but like every child there just loved him, and everyone had photos with him, and it made him feel really great, and it made us feel really great, and it made for a great video. And it's one of my favourite videos. It's just super cool. Like there's nothing more you can ask for. Number 4, Black Rain John Wick. This video came from Morgan doing a review of Blink's album 9, and him saying this song Black Rain could work in a John Wick fight scene. So I was like, let's put it in a John Wick fight scene. Why not? And they made it. I changed the color correction a bit, and I made it like, I wouldn't say I made it my own, because it's not my own. But you know, I had little bits of bobs. I did like my own sound effects for the guns and everything. And yeah, it's a cool video. I like it. Number 3. It's a banger of a video. I'm in Black Widow. The Black Widow trailer came out, and I just loved Jim Hopper. I just called him Jim Hopper, didn't I? Ugh. David Harbour. I loved David Harbour. And the suit was, I saw the suit and I was like, that looks a lot like my Captain America suit. Like I know it's meant to look like Captain America, but his specific suit looked like my Captain America suit. So it was like, I've been getting decent enough at painting things out lately. You can still see a few errors in the video, but I thought I'd give it a go, and I taped a green screen to the wall. I put my pop-up green screen on the floor, and I just did it. And you know what? I love it. And I got a lot of good reactions. A lot of people loved it. Number 2. 2 weeks ago, I turned 16. Now, this might not be a great video for you guys. I don't care. I love this video. To be able to like look back on my 16th birthday and see what I did and see the fun I had with my 2 best friends and my amazing girlfriend, I just love it. I love being able to look back. This is why I do 2 weeks ago, so I can look back at things. And even if I stop doing 2 weeks ago, this is why I want to continue vlogging big events. Because the fact that I can look back on my 16th birthday and look at the fun that I had, it's just, I love it. It's great. I couldn't ask for more. And number 1, my favourite video since the 100th video. And that is a tribute final day. This is the final day of shooting for Spider-Man 2. Not only was it just a really fun day to film on, we had my uncle Phil on set as Otto Octavius, and he did a great job. But also just the way the video ends off. It's a nice big flashback to all how Spider-Man started, where he went through what happened till we got to the end. And yeah, it's just really emotional. I know I made it myself, but I still find it emotional. It's a good video, man. Up yours. Now the top 5 most random. Number 5, reprising the role of number 5 is Toynfest. Purely because we've just never done anything like that. We've never been able to. So it was just a random video that we decided to do. And it turned out great. We loved it. Like I said earlier, it was a great time and it made for a great video. Number 4, when Nathan gets bored of Doctor Strange Shield. No, not when I get bored of Doctor Strange Shields. When Nathan gets bored, Doctor Strange Shields. This video took me like 3 hours to make. Like I followed the film learning like tutorial on it, and damn, it took a long time. But I really like it. It's very short, but it's just what adds the randomness, I suppose. Number 3, reprising the role of number 3. Wait, was it reprising? Is it reprising number 3? It's not. It was number 4 before. Number 3 on most random, Black Rain John Wick. Again, just completely random, but because of what Morgan said, it spurred an idea in my head, and that's what came out. Number 2, second most random in my opinion, the Iron Man snap. Again, it's another Nathan gets bored, but I had ordered an Infinity Gauntlet, and I was like, you know what? At this point in time, I just recently learned how to track pretty well. So let's track a bunch of lens flares to the gauntlets and snap me fingers. And that's what I did. That's what got the Iron Man snap when Nathan gets bored. And number 1 for most random, you guys know what it is. I'm in Black Widow. Nothing more random on the channel. I was gonna say between the two other video, but possibly overall the most random thing on the channel. But it's a good video, man. I enjoyed doing it. I'm proud of myself for what I was able to do. Obviously, I'd like a nice, maybe like, you know, Aria Alexa. Maybe if I'm going even if I'm going a lot cheaper, a Black Magic Pocket. I'd die for one of them because I could make it look even better. Even though, you know, Marvel aren't using Black Magic Pockets, but either way, working with the G7X and compositing with Marvel level cameras wasn't the easiest, and it didn't look the greatest. But it's the imagination that counts. And they were my rankings of the weirdest, most randomest films. Now it's time to get to the film rankings. You guys have seen this before, but now we've added 5 more films to the roster since. And that's one of them is something that happened before the 100th video. But I decided to add it to this one because it technically is a film. ASMR. So, let's go. At number 14, yes, you guys probably know what it is. Spider-Man versus Deadpool. I've come to appreciate this video a little more since the last time we talked about it. But again, it was just an excuse to get out the Ultimate Showdowns, and yeah, there's no anything else needs to be said. Number 13, The Speed Force. It was okay. It was an okay video. It was an okay film, but you know, it was just very random. It started with me being like, I'm gonna do a Flash film, and then, you know, just the Coke and the toaster and everything just had the Speed Force, and then Zoom appeared out of nowhere. What could happen next? Will there be a Speed Force 2? You'll never know. Number 12, The Memes in the Arctic. This is I still like this video. I still like this film. I'm proud of it. The initial idea was that the fidget spinners would end up killing me and everything else would end up killing me, but that was too much VFX for me at the time, so I was like, you know what? We're just gonna have a little party, and that'll be it. End of. Number 11, The Wrong Side of the Bed. The first ever horror thing I did, and it was perceived pretty well. A lot of people thought it was gonna be a cop out, and then and then had to change into their brown pants. Number 10, The Chair. I enjoy The Chair for what it is. It was fun to film, and it's still fun to watch. But it's more of a skit, and it's also there's evidently 9 other films on the channel that I favour more than it. So yeah, that's why it's got number 10. Number 9, Thanos Theory Confirmed. This is the video that could have been in the 100 video, but we didn't class it as a film, but now we are. Thanos Theory Confirmed was a little short that came out, that we released just before Endgame, we made just before Endgame, where we talked about the Thanos Theory. So I was Thanos, and then I snapped my fingers, Morgan got dusted away, and then Ant-Man blew me up from the insides. Yeah. Number 8, Destiny, a Power Rangers fan film. I need to appreciate this film more than I do. It kickstarted, you know, it kind of kickstarted Film from Food Studios. As if you go on the channel, this is the first video you see on the channel. Well, it's not the first video you see, but it's the first video you see as uploaded. And yeah, I do believe that it kickstarted us. And you know, obviously Spider-Man was the big kickstart. But without Destiny, I don't think Spider-Man could have happened. Number 7, Nightwing vs Green Arrow. I wish I had the raw footage for this. I would so remaster it. I could do so much better. The colour grade, the sound, the effects. Because I think it had potential. I really think it had potential. But, you know, to reshoot it would be cool. To do another Nightwing thing would be cool. You guys will just have to see what happens in the future. Number 6, The Fourth Wall. Film Learning, 100k short film comp. Me and Morgan bapped that film out the day before deadline, because I already had a film in mind, and that just got scrapped. Maybe I'll release that in the future, in 2020. Would you guys want to see that? Let me know, and I'll decide whether I'll do it or not. Fourth Wall was me and Morgan, who, well, I found a portal, and Morgan was like, yo, what's that? We didn't know what it was. We were throwing things in it, didn't know what it was. We eventually stepped through, and we realised it was something beautiful. A camera. The Fourth Wall. I'm happy with placing it at 6th. I think it deserves that place. Number 5, the most recent film we've done, and our last film of the decade, The Plan. Now, The Plan, some of you guys may not like it, some of you guys may love it. I personally, I think it is a nice little place in my heart, and that's why it's at number 5. It's the first Christmas thing we've ever done, and I just really enjoyed the concept of it. I very much based it around like Tomska style skits. But the idea is, if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, go watch it. It's pretty good. Santa has been given these 3 guys, these 3 people, these 3 friends, the wrong gifts for years. So they're like, right, we're going to catch him in the act. Caitlin watches him on the CC. Well, let's go by the character names. Megan watches in on him on the CCTV for when he enters. Toby is waiting outside with a sniper to make sure he can't escape once they're in, and Harper's there to knock him out. Yeah. The idea of it is that he finally gives Harper something that she really wants, and she's like, you know what? I'm never gonna disrespect that man anymore. I'm gonna love him forever. And obviously, the audience then forgets that Toby is waiting outside with a sniper. So you get a bam, and then Santa flops on the floor. A work of fiction, everyone. Santa's still good. He's still coming around this Christmas. No real Santa was harmed in the making. It was just me jumping off my roof. Number 4, Redemption, a Power Rangers fan film. Our first ever feature length. Our first ever feature length film, and I'm proud of it. It's recently surpassed Destiny in views, which is amazing. And I always said from the beginning, it'd be really nice to get 10k views, and I think it's on its way there. I can honestly say, by at the latest mid 2020, maybe even around March, April, fingers crossed, probably jinx it now, it'll hit 10k views, and I really do think it's on its way there. Love Redemption, no matter what anyone says about it, it's a baby to me. These next 2 spots, number 3 and number 2, I was really torn on what to put in there, right? Now, pretty much, I had 3 choices with this, right? I had 3 choices, and it was either going to be, for the second spot, it was going to be Redemption, Spider-Man, or Birth. And out of those 3 choices, I just really could not, I could not like place them anywhere. So of course I put Redemption 4th, as you just seen. But as number 3, and I think it deserves this spot, Spider-Man fan film. This kicked us off majorly. but we were still very amateur at the time. We're still amateur now, but we're extremely amateur then. We didn't know what we were doing. If it weren't for that film, we wouldn't be here right now. I can tell that for a fact, just like Destiny. But it holds a nice place in my heart, and I still love that film to bits. But if I could do it again, I definitely would, and I'd make it a lot better than it currently is. But Spider-Man fan film, our baby, our most viewed video on the channel, we love you, and I think you really deserve third place. So in second place, of course, Birth, a horror short. This was written by Sam, and it's great. I definitely think I could have done some cinematography better. And the days definitely did get a bit tedious by the end of it, but we ended up with a result, with a final product that we really loved, and this was a passion project, and this was a passion project for Sam, just like Redemption was for me, Broken Identity, Spider-Man for Morgan. So it was really cool to watch Sam bring his creation to life. And of course, number one, you guys knew it, Spider-Man 2 Broken Identity. Not only our second feature-length film, but our longest film on the channel, and definitely the most improved one. There's still loads of issues with sound. There's some cinematography stuff. That just happens. That happens with amateur filmmaking, as a lot of you know. But this is really our best work, and I couldn't put it anywhere else than number one. So yeah, Broken Identity is my number one ranked film on the entirety of Film Studios. So, they were my rankings. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Again, thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing if you want some more film content. And here is to another 100.
Morg? What'd you do that? Nate, I've just come from the future.
When did you learn to time travel?
In the future?
Yeah, it makes sense.
In your 200th video, you picked Birth as your second favourite film. Now I know for a fact you were torn between Spider-Man, Birth and Redemption. Since I was the one who had all the blood on his face, in the future I get done for copper, and now I've gone to jail. You need to go back in time to your 100th video. You need to tell your past self to pick Spider-Man out of the 3 options. If you don't do this, he's gonna go to jail. Here, have my time traveling device.
Whoa, so you want me to go back in time with this watch to tell myself something that's not actually gonna happen?
Just take this suit and pretend. Here, take this beanie as well.
Why?
Because your past self didn't have that hairstyle and he didn't have that colour either. If he sees you with these changes, he might not make them happen, or they'll happen at a different time than they're supposed to.
Got it.
Take these goggles as well. They're going to protect your eyes from the space-time rays.
Promise me this works.
I promise. Come on, you just saw me do it and I'm completely fine.
This cannot be happening. Nathan, I'm you from the future. There's not much time to explain this, but when you get to your 200th video, you'll get the option to choose between 3 things. I can't tell you what they are, but there's not much time. When you get to the 200th video, you'll have the option to choose between 3 things. The wrong option leads to a chain of events which sends you to prison, and
I could just, whatever you do, do not chill. I did it!
Mug?